the sky's the limit if we are monitoring. All kinds of possibilities now come up. See what I'm saying? What exactly they are, I don't know all of them, and some of them I do know and can't talk about, but the point is, if we don't monitor, if we don't, I mean, the point is that the system that I want to set up this time would be a model for the world. Because, you know, this afternoon I came here a little early because I was interviewed by a crew of 7 film people from Spain about my research. And Spain, I don't know if you follow the chaos there, but they have a lot of elections. And they're quite worried about whether a company like Google is taking sides or stirring things up. You know, it's in Google's interests in many countries to cause chaos. It was in Google's interest, for example, to force Brexit in the UK. That's in Google's interest to destabilize the European Union, because the European Union, since 2017, has fined Google over $10 billion, 4 fines since 2017. So the European Union is very aggressively going after Google, and now Facebook as well. It's in the company's interest to destabilize the European Union. Are they doing it? Well, without monitoring systems, there's no way to know. Well, for Google, I did actually publish the solution the day before I testified before Congress, and Senator Cruz, who was running the hearing, he entered it into the congressional record. I published it in Bloomberg Businessweek. That's a whole story in itself, because Bloomberg Businessweek killed the story a few days before the congressional hearing. Someone at Google, and I know this, I know exactly how it worked, because they made me contact Google to get comments on the story, and someone at Google contacted someone at Bloomberg, and the story got killed. And then the point is that led to an internal battle there, and I know exactly how that works because I used to be editor-in-chief of Psychology Today magazine in New York, and that led to an internal battle, the editor-in-chief fighting the higher-ups, screaming matches, all that stuff, and I give them credit, they published my full article 6 a.m. the day before the congressional hearing. The solution to the Google problem is very simple, and that is to make the index, which is the database they use to generate search results, to make it into a public commons. And there's ample precedent for that in law. There's ample precedent for that in Google's own business practices. I mean, they share their index with Apple computers, so Siri can give you answers. So, you know, that would make search competitive again, because what would happen is you'd have hundreds and then finally thousands of new search platforms emerge within months, and search would become competitive, and all these search platforms would be vying for our attention. It would be just like the media, just like newspapers and radios. You'd have and they'd all give very good search results because they're all drawing on Google. They're all drawing on Google's index. They'd give excellent search results, but they would be catering toward women. They'd be catering toward conservatives. They'd be catering toward Lithuanians. You see what I'm saying? And you'd have thousands of these search platforms. That's how search was many years ago. It was highly competitive. Google didn't run it. Google was one of many. Google was not the first search engine. They were the 21st search engine.